Good afternoon. That's Greenwood Peak we're climbing up right now. I've already talked about the Kokawa Greenwood anime, so once again I've blown the cover.
Tweeny Witches, The Adventures. Tweeny Witches is the whimsical title Anime Works gave to its English language release of Maho Shoujo Tai Alice. The Adventures is a 6-part OVA series based on the original TV series. I discussed the TV series some time back. The OVAs use the same characters and art designs and most everything else of the original. You may recall Alice was a young girl in the human realm who fell through a portal into the witch realm. It was a strange world of odd creatures and unique imagination. With boundless enthusiasm, Alice became an agitator for change as she liberated the fairies from exploitation by the witches, made peace with the warlocks, frustrated the status quo, and ensured that magic was used only to make people happy. Now, the witch realm is at peace with the warlocks and fairies are treated kindly. Alice has settled down as just another apprentice witch living in the dragon house. She shares that home with the senior apprentice, Sheila, who is still strict and studious as she teaches magic to the junior apprentices, and with the kindly but bumbling Ava. The Adventures OVA are a set of 6 independent stories about the witch realm. Each is told in 2 parts, but the episodes are only 15 minutes long, so it's like 6 normal episodes, about 2.5 hours total for the set. The stories this time are all standalone without a running plot. First, a traveling magical library arrives and gives Ava a new and unique recipe for fish head soup that causes trouble for the trio. Witch realm cookbooks are awesome. Sheila mentors some junior witch apprentices on how to raise a rare baby fairy, which turns out to be a little more difficult than it seems. Then there are 2 stories in the magical realm's past, one about an ice dragon that has none of the regular characters in it and is unexpectedly rather serious, and another about the origin of Dragon House that features only Ava. Then we have a story about dueling witches, and finally a story of Gugu, a rare fairy who comes around about once every century or so. He's a giant fairy with a giant appetite and apparently a giant tummy ache. Everyone turns out to see him just like you would Halley's Comet. The OVAs have pretty much the same staff as the Tweeny Witches TV series. It's again directed by Yoshihara Ashino, based on the splendid original work by Kate Amaniya. It uses the same lively music of Tsuneya Terashima, and it has the same lively opening and Strauss ending sequences. The animation is by Studio 4C, and has the same voice cast in both Japanese and English dubs. While these new adventures of the witch realms are fine for the kids, I didn't find them anywhere near as charming as their predecessors. One of the charms of the first series was Kate Amaniya's uniquely twisted vision for the magical realm, with oddball fairies and bizarre flying cars, strange magical devices, weird spells, odd buildings, and odd people. But now that we've explored all that, that vision is pretty much old hat. It's like the Matrix sequels, all the pieces are still there, but nothing's fresh and new anymore. Equally important, the heart and soul of the original series was Alice. Her passionate beliefs and enthusiastic determination to remake the magical world into a better place where magic makes people happy was refreshing and charming. But now that she seems largely to have succeeded in her desires and become part of that status quo, she's lost her fire. Worse, 2 of the 6 stories don't feature Alice at all, since they're about the past and magical realm before she arrived. Alice needs a new cause to be passionate about. So, I was disappointed in this final set of OVAs. I guess that was my own fault for liking the originality of the TV series and somehow expecting the sequel to be both more the same and original at the same time. So, I give Tweeny Witches, The Adventures 3 stars. It's fine, but just a pale shadow of itself. MediaWorks has released these on a pair of DVDs in a single case. For an extra, they've also included a subtitled interview with composer Terashima.
Thanks for listening.